Hilarious jokes, make fun of British one. He said, my dog doesn't eat meat. I said, why not? He said, we don't give him any. Too. I went to Blackpool on holiday and knocked at the first boarding house that I came to. A woman stuck her head out of an upstairs window and said, what do you want? I'd like to stay here. Okay, stay there. Point 3. I went to the doctor. He said, you've got a very serious illness. I said, I want a second opinion. He said, all right, you're ugly as well. Point 4. I got home from work and the wife said, I'm very sorry dear, but the cat's eaten your dinner. I said, don't worry, I'll get you a new cat. Point 5. I've always been unlucky, I had a rocking horse once and it died. Point 6. I said to the waiter, I said, this chicken I've got is cold. He said, I should think so. T's been dead for 2 weeks. Not only that, I said, it's got one leg shorter than the other. He said, what do you want to do, eat it or dance with it? 7. Sometimes I drink my whiskey neat. Other times I take my tie off and leave my shirt out. 8. My wife and I were fighting like hammer and tongs. She won, she had the hammer. Point 9. I hurt my back the day I was playing piggyback with my 6-year-old nephew, and I fell off. Point 10. I rang up my local swimming baths. I said, is that the local swimming baths? He said, it depends where you're calling from. 11. Two fat blokes in a pub, one says to the other, you're round, the other one says, so are you. You fat bastard. 12. So I was in my car, and I was driving along, and my boss rang up. And he said, you've been promoted, and I swerved, and then he rang up a second time and said, you've been promoted again, and I swerved again. He rang up a third time and said, you're managing director, and I went into a tree and a policeman came up and said, what happened to you? And I said, I careered off the road.